Welcome, everyone, to another adventure into reality. There are many new people here for today's show. So today is a call in and ask whatever you want question. Normally, we have topic driven, a variety of other things that are going on. We do sessions where everybody gets about 10 to 15 minutes to ask personal questions or to have some type of reading energy done. So, Robert, let's spin up the wheel of callers and see who is the first caller today.
All righty. First caller will be PS space A.
PS space A, are you there?
I am. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Oakville, Ontario, Canada.
Oakville, Ontario, Canada. Welcome to the show. What did you want to talk about today?
Well, I watched the show last night. You were on fire. That was a fantastic show, even to share with my daughters and family here, because it was easier terms for them to learn. And just watching the reactions of when the Akashic Records were read. And I think I'd like to know, so experiencing a lot of things lately, and I have a lot of questions about my Akashic Records going into my lifetimes or how it's affecting this time frame where I am
well
now.
the Akashic Record doesn't influence what you are. It's just a system to see and understand patterns and understand the patterns of recognition. So let me get this. What's your date of birth?
February 11th. Do you want the year as well?
Yes.
1965.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I do. I have two older brothers.
Has anybody passed recently?
Yes, it was a nephew.
How close were you to him?
Well, he's my nephew. Yeah, I was kind of close. I mean, when he gave time to anybody. It was a tragedy. It was my suicide.
Well, he hasn't passed over yet right now. First thing first. How close are you to the mother and father?
Very close. I helped them through the whole term because during COVID, lots of things were happening. When it happened, he called me first when it all went down. I helped them through, and I'm still helping them through.
Can I ask how did he commit suicide?
He jumped.
Off a bridge?
No, out of his condo. It was very high.
Was there a police investigation?
There was an investigation, but it's still ongoing where we don't have it was cleared that it was by his own, there was nothing going on that point, that there was no one else involved as far as they know, but they didn't get the computer back or anything that's on the computers or the phones because they keep all the letters and stuff right now. So
you could put a request to get them all back. And there are times when I have calls like these and somebody who's passed on immediately comes through, and I'm simply going to say there's much more to the story of him other than him just jumping. And this could be a situation where you want to talk to the family. If they are unable to mourn, let it be. If they are able to mourn and want to know some truth, it might be advisable to hire a private investigator and have a secondary drug screen being done on the body by an independent coroner.
By an independent coroner. So you believe something's being covered then?
Well, even if he jumped on his own volition, there was something that made him jump.
So do
you want to know the story or not?
I do.
Does the family want to know the story or not?
Of course they do. We're just looking at how high of a performer he was, and there was a lot of stuff happening when he went into lockdown and just prior to it. And the industry he was going.
I know all this. This is why I'm bringing this up. How far down the rabbit hole do you want to go? You hire the better private investigator. You don't hire the private investigator out of the strip club, because that's where most private investigators are hired out of.
Okay.
Okay. The next thing here is You need to do a full life review of him. The private investigator needs to go deep into his internet logs, need to get those computer backs. Somebody, whoever's the auditor of his will, was there a will?
We're not aware yet, just yet. We're not aware of that. We went into the place to clear out most of the items, everything that was personal.
How long ago was this?
It was on May 11th of this year.
Okay, so everything's still fresh enough that all this can be done.
It can be done, yeah. But
yeah,
we gathered whatever was personal found in that apartment, and
you need to sit with a lawyer, and a lawyer needs to give instructions to the coroner's office, as well as hiring an independent coroner.
Okay.
Next, you have to be ready for some parts of his life that you may not want to know about. This can crush the mom and the father. But if it's about truth, and it's about what made him jump, and what was behind forcing him to jump, so that, do you want justice?
Yes, I would, but
this will be an ongoing debate with the family, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? It will be an ongoing debate. I am telling you there's something extremely fishy about his passing. He's clearly showing me something's very fishy about his passing, and there's money that has been stolen from his accounts.
And there's money stolen from his accounts?
Yes. Probably 30 to 50,000 minimum.
Yeah.
As well as some other, well, I'm just going to be blunt, drug money.
Yeah.
Do you know what he did for his job?
Yes, I do.
What did he do?
He was being, how can I, he's working for a large bank. He made it up the tier very quickly because of his intelligence, and he's just a high achiever. He's, within his 25 years, he's achieved a position of director in the wealth management area. So he had age discrimination. But his intelligence, like genius, like
I get that. I really do. And this is why I'm trying to tell you, you may uncover some things about his life that nobody wants to know.
Okay.
And you may even discover that he was helped off the rail.
Okay.
Did they do a drug screen? Most of the time in suicide cases, they don't even do a drug screen, especially in Canada.
Well, I'm not sure if they did or didn't.
Usually all they do is searches for cocaine or heroin. They don't look for GHB, which GHB is the murder-suicide drug, the fake suicide drug. They have to search for GHB.
GHB.
Yes.
Okay.
They don't do that in their normal searches. In their normal drug screens. They look for They don't look for heroin and cocaine.
I can say that there was an automated message sent to his mom, his dad, and his brother all at the same time, like a notification saying, if you've received this message, I've jumped. And he just sent a message about how to take care of his dog. And that was it. It's not like we never saw this coming, at all, even though...
Because there's more to the story.
Yeah.
And he took it to the grave with him.
Okay.
And he took it to the grave.
And I've already had a reading where he came through, and they were very... I just did a reading. I felt like doing a reading with someone that was a medium. And I wasn't expecting him to come through, but it was just, there was a lot of stuff happening around physically in my home that I knew, even scents and smells and dimes, and just, I go, I'm going to do this. I had it on my heart. I did it. And he came through. And the first thing that he did was say, I'm sorry. Because he didn't communicate to anybody. That was the biggest thing.
But he supposedly sent a message, I jumped.
But he didn't communicate before that of what was going on, is what he said.
Right, because he couldn't tell anyone what was going on. He was caught up in something he couldn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
what else did he say when he came through?
He said, I can't believe I'm talking so much now when I never communicated then. He goes, I didn't fit in. I didn't fit in at this time.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
He also, well, he kept on going about how sorry he was. He knew that we were setting up a foundation before it even was confirmed. He was talking about that and regarding about the foundation, that he was, what he sees happen, that he voiced where he would like the help to go with the grants that will be towards animal and children at grade 8 and 7 or something, because there's a lot of them like him that just don't fit in, like feel like they don't fit in. They're just.
What money does he have to give to those people?
We set up a foundation.
I get that.
And
I get that part, but there's an intention that there was money already waiting. That's what I'm trying to get at. Even if it's
we're not aware of any money at this point of what he has or anything.
I'm going to be blunt. I'm on a fine line of stepping on the journey of what it takes for you to uncover this versus telling you something that can alter the potentials of the futures that come. It's a very fine line which I'm working here. And I'm simply going to be blunt and say there's a lot of missing money.
Okay.
How he got the money, that will be a story for you guys to discover.
He's got a bright strategic mind. He can see patterns.
Mm-hmm. How he made the money, don't worry about that yet. But there's missing money.
Okay.
Tough energies. Okay. But you're the family member that's been elected to be the shaman. You get that?
Yeah.
That's what your galactic history says. Over and over and over again. You're the one in the family that steps up and takes the brunt of be calling the witch, the one that gets burnt at the stake. The next lifetime, that's the witch doctor, gets burnt at the stake. The next lifetime, the Buddhic monk who dies a great and wonderful life. The next lifetime, you're the family doctor. Over and over and over and over again. That's not a bad thing. It's just repetitive for you right now.
And I feel like the bottleneck. Everybody comes to me.
It's time for you to step up your game, become professional at that journey, to admit that you've got as many skills as the rest of the psychics around you, and to put a business plan down and say, I'm in service to the fifth world of peace, and I'm going to offer what my skills are to not just family and friends, but I'm going to offer it to the world.
Yeah. And I haven't figured out that plan because it feels like it is boundaries, and it's also, it's like a tag teaming. The people that are around me, it's a tag teaming constantly. And I've also, it's a hard family. It's a very hard family.
Well, then it's great lessons to learn. So when you're not in the family member and you've got to deal with clients, okay? Got lots of education.
And I am doing the cranial sacral and...
How far into cranial sacral are you?
So right now I've probably had about 5 sessions. It took me a while to find one that did the inner mouth.
Mm-hmm. The intraoral mouth work, yeah.
Yes. So during COVID, like I've had, so I just had 1 session back since we were allowed out. And so I have another one in about 2 weeks.
Okay, good.
And yeah, it's hard. It's really hard grounding at this time because I'm working full time at home and it's a corporate position.
Mm-hmm.
And the position is like, I'm the go-to person there as well.
I get all that.
Many people. Yeah.
When are you going to start giving to yourself? When are you going to do what you want to do, not what the corporate world tells you what to do? How much of service to others until it's ready to service yourself so you can be service to others? Long time.
I guess.
It's a long time ago. I can feel it in your heart. Long time ago. You just gotta talk. You gotta talk to your heart. Long, heartfelt, heart to heart, human to human conversation about what's gonna make me happy. Is it about the money? Is it about the security? How much more money and security do I really need?
Yeah.
Craft your business. Take all the knowledge and wisdom you've got from the corporate world and apply it to your new journey.
I can see that.
You've earned it.
Yeah.
You've earned it. Now just putting some footsteps forward towards it. All right, that is our bell. Thank you so much for calling in. Okay.
Thank you.
And when you talk to the family, just understand not everyone's going to not know the truth. Maybe one day they want the truth and the next day they don't. Just be aware of that side of the energy. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, ma'am. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
All right, Robert. Let's spin up the wheel of callers and see who wants to talk next.
Okay. Next caller is Mac Carp. You're unmuted.
Mac Carp, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Hi. Where are you calling from today?
I'm in Michigan.
Michigan. Welcome to the show. What do you want to talk about today?
I would like an Akashic reading.
Okay. What year were you born?
91.
What date? What month?
November.
The date?
I was born at 11:11 a.m. on 11/10/91.
Interesting. Do you have a twin brother?
No.
Well, you actually had a twin brother. Do you have birthmarks on your lower body?
Yeah.
Okay. That's where you absorbed your actual twin inside the womb. How big are the birthmarks?
It's just a freckle on my right butt cheek.
So you actually absorbed your twin. So a lot of people that are born on numerical dates like that, they're not a single person, they're a double person with a double set of spiritual contracts. So when I look back into your Akashic Records, before you were this person today, your last significant lifetime that has a teaching experience for you was 1930, we'll say right around there to around 1965. And you were living in Zimbabwe, Africa at that particular time. And you were living in the middle of the jungle nowhere. Very little civilization around you. And you were like a tribal hunter. And you achieved some level of fame as the tribal hunter within the other tribes. What makes this life significant is once you turned in your early teens, you were taught by a shaman how to run very long distances, much like the Kenya runners, where you would take a variety of very potent psychedelic herbs and unique vegetables and fruits that were super high in proteins and calories. And you were taught to be what's called a shamanic runner, but you also incorporated this to hunting. And you would travel, in fact, hundreds of miles in a day, following the herds of elephants, bison, deer, whatever it is that you want. We were out in the plains of those particular areas. And you achieved a form of energetic connection in which you were able to hunt animals much more strength, much more potent than you. You could take down an elephant. You could take down a lion. You could wrestle a gorilla and win. Okay? These physical strengths and physical attributes were something that your soul needed as a proof value that the next human being that was going to come in would probably have a challenge being super muscular, super athletic, so that you could go deeper into the spiritual side without the athleticism. Are you very athletic this lifetime or no?
No, I've actually had a lot of different, like a really long healing journey, and I've actually used a lot of psychedelics to heal from a lot of the traumas that I've been through in this lifetime.
Why don't you tell me a little about that stuff?
Well, I was the first, when I was born, I was on oxygen the first 11 days of my life. And when I was 3 years old, I got rheumatoid arthritis systemically through my whole body.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to run a lot when I was a kid, and then I got sick. I've had 4 major flare-ups with rheumatism. And then I met some person who linked me to this like 50,000 strain probiotic, which I used to erase the rheumatism from my body.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I haven't been very muscular. Last time I got sick was in 2010, and I lost 30 pounds. And it was like all the muscle I'd been able to work out to get in high school, and went down to 105 pounds, and it took me until last year to get over 115 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Have anybody talked to you about using a hyperbaric chamber?
No, but a friend that my dad worked with many years ago, he actually ran a clinic that had a hyperbaric chamber and all that.
So rheumatoids and hyperbaric go hand in hand. You can erase your rheumatoid with hyperbaric therapy. 100% oxygen on 4 times atmosphere. That's a high-end clinic. Your doctor should be able to prescribe this no problem whatsoever. And this is something you can use even when you're not in your flare-ups. Okay? Yeah. You can also purchase a home version where it doesn't use 100% oxygen. It's called a soft shell hyperbaric chamber. And anybody that has severe rheumatoid, you can also get your doctor to get a prescription for that, as well as buy them on your own. Sports personalities do this stuff all the time. It would be extremely beneficial. Probably one of the best healing things you can do on top of the gut health stuff you're already doing. Yeah. Have you done any flotation chambers?
No, a friend has recommended it to me. I haven't been able to. I haven't been able to work for more than like a month or 2 at a time, and so I just recently came upon a accident settlement from a car accident a few years ago. But
okay. So what are you trying to do with the money? Just survive?
Well, I'm going to invest in infinite banking, whole life insurance, and me and my dad are going to start a farm. And one of my biggest plans overall is to make a healing retreat center. And
okay. So what are you going to feature at the healing retreat center?
Just all sorts of shamanic healing practices. Like I do a lot of hot cold contraction therapy.
Very good.
And just nature grounding and just retuning in.
Okay. Are you at a point where you just need to find a facility, or are you at a point where you're still putting your business plan together?
I'm still putting my business plan together and just finding my tribe and all that.
Okay. Have you done any public speaking before?
No, I haven't.
That's something you're going to want to do if you're going to run a retreat center, do public speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people that call me in, I give business advice to, spiritual advice, Akashic Records, they all tie into one. But I want to tune a little bit more into some of the traumas that you've experienced. What have you done other than the gut health stuff to heal some of the traumas you've been through before? Have you gone and have somebody else do body work on you? Has it worked?
I've had my whole spine realigned in the past 2.5 years, and some massage work and all that. And yeah, it was like my back was all torn up, so I was like praying hard to get that.
Because you swell up. All right.
Yeah.
Do you know what cranial sacral therapy is?
Yeah.
All right. This is one of those things that you have to invest into or figure out how to trade with somebody that's a high-end cranial sacral practitioner. Very important for you. So whenever you have rheumatoid flare-ups, you have fascia goes super tight around the spinal column. This is one of the reasons your spinal column keeps going out of balance and out of balance and out of balance. Yeah, conversely, you can find somebody that's a myofascial specialist, myofascial release, and you're going to have to invest effort and time and, yes, going through some pain so that you can start breaking up the fibrotic chunks that are around the base of your spine. Or you're going to end up with a very uniquely, painfully curved spine.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
This is not just using a fascial roller, fascia blaster or fascia roller. You need to get somebody that is skilled, that can get in there and tap the points and release the electrical charge that's caught in the fascia.
Right.
This is very important for you. Okay?
All right.
The next thing is that gut health scenario that you used. Are you still using it now?
Yeah.
Is that what's keeping it at bay?
When I first started taking it, I actually kind of had a shamanic experience where I like shrank into myself and was walking around as a like micro humanoid, and I could see my DNA just being electrically rewritten. And I like you could see the rheumatism just kind of get turned off in general.
Okay, because it was activated as a DNA situation, and when you were supposed to put a wither away disease in you, it was a curse, a lineage curse.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do any magical practices for yourself?
Yeah, I work with hag stones or holy stones that are like portals kind of to the Akash. And my mom told me one day, if you ever find a stone with a natural hole in it, keep it, because it's a really good tool. And then I was walking along the river with her the next day, and I found my first one.
Okay. How many of these would you say you have?
I have 11 around my neck right now.
All right. You need to stop that.
Yeah.
Okay. You're opening yourself up to things you're not ready for right now. That doesn't mean you're not going to reuse these at another time. Okay?
All right.
And I can hear it clicking around on your neck. It's opening portals to you, which is also leaving openings for other things to open portals into you, which is giving you a situation where you could be easily overtaken or put into a depressive state in which you're not going to advance yourself. Part of the waste away disease is to take away your will to do for yourself. And when you are recovering from a waste away disease, no matter who you are, you cannot rely on trinkets, objects, and magical devices to motivate you.
Yeah.
You got to go to the core of what it takes to summon. And yes, those can help you in the future once you've done the majority of the getting back to the inner energy and turning on the light at such a level that you know that the probiotics has turned it off. Now you got to turn it off permanently, past, present, and future. Completely eliminate it from the DNA.
All right.
Okay? And you need to get the myofascial cranial sacral work. And then are you really having issues with your shoes? They're not really fitting right, or are you just not replacing your shoes?
Well, I fractured my pelvis when I was in 7th grade, and I need a lift on my left shoe. My left leg's a little shorter.
Okay. And why don't you have it in your shoe?
It's just been neglectful. And
well, it's caused major damage in you.
Yeah.
And you have to scold yourself that you can no longer let that happen.
Yeah, I'm at that point because I've had my spine realigned and getting to the point where I have to get that. Otherwise, it's going to erase a lot of work that I've had.
It's already doing it. It's already erasing work. And it's making you have to spend all this extra energy you don't need to spend. You want your farm? Take care of your shit. You want your healing retreat center? Take care of your shit. Imagine if you had if your clients right now who were coming to your future retreat center, if you had your retreat center right now, and if your clients knew you didn't have your shoe thing and you weren't taking care of yourself, what would they think?
Right.
Poser. That's what they'd think. Okay?
All right.
How are they going to trust you if you don't trust yourself?
Yeah.
Okay? How long would it have taken to get an insert for that shoe and put it in there? One doctor's
Right.
appointment?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How many years is it that's supposed to have been in there?
Long time.
Okay. What are you waiting for?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the part of you that doesn't want to put it in, you got to have a long talk with that part of yourself and fire them. Fire them from your reality. Pink slip the dick. Pink slip them. No severance pay, nothing. You're fired. Put Trump's Cobra on his ass.
Right on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thanks a lot for calling in. That's our bell.
Thank you.
All right, man. Take it easy. All right, Robert. Let's spin up that wheel of callers and see who is next.
All righty. I just want to acknowledge we've got over 300 people tonight and lots of hands.
Yes, I see that.
Isabella, you are unmuted.
Isabella, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Kauai.
Kauai. I love the island
Aloha.
of Kauai. Aloha to you. What do you want to talk about today?
I'd love an Akashic reading, please.
Ooh, well, tell me a little bit about yourself so I can tune into you.
I was born on the 19th of November, 1962 in Muswellbrook, Australia.
Okay. I need just a little bit more to tune you. What do you do for a job?
I'm a writer. I'm nearly finished a book called Feeling Better Naturally, Medicine for the Great Awakening and the Future of Humanity.
Okay, that's a big, broad subject matter. Have you written and published anything else?
Yes.
How many books?
One other book. It's a cult classic. That's a joke. I wrote it when I was in a cult, and I don't really want to.
That's fine.
It's not a book that I would recommend anyone read.
It's fine. How long ago did that book come out?
About 6 years ago.
Okay. So there are a lot of things affecting the writer lifetime with you. Because you were honest and you talked about you're not respecting that old work, different time, there's still something in that book, a nugget of something, a wordsmith line or two that you have to acknowledge so that this next book jumps even further. Yes, there are times we have to look at when we were fucking idiots in our life and we did things we didn't respect, but sometimes the genius shines through even during our idiot hours. Does that make sense to you?
It does. Well, the title of the book is The Heart Always Knows. So,
Okay.
That's the core of the wisdom from that book that I gleaned.
Okay. And there are wordsmith stuff that you have to go back and re-experience in the other book because there was a different genius writer who was writing the first book then that is really going to be beneficial for this next book you're putting together.
Okay.
Okay. And then this next book, would you call it divinely inspired?
Yes. Yeah.
What was the inspiration?
Sitting lying under a coconut tree one day, and the information started to come to me about the importance of being grounded. So I thought I was going to be writing about being grounded, but it went way beyond that.
Okay, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, what I'm writing about is all the ways that we have available to us now within our bodies and within our being that can create health, that are medicines that have been hidden and obscured. Simple stuff like smiling and walking barefoot and watching the sunrise and sun gazing and watching the night sky, helping people. There are hundreds and hundreds of them, natural medicines that I've been listing, basically.
And the other part of this book is you're making it so that anyone can use it and read it and start applying these things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Things
So-
everyone can do that are available to all of us now without any cost or much effort, really.
Okay. So as I'm tuning into your energies, I'm finding a lot of, let's just call this, lifetimes in which you were a successful writer, but you weren't writing books that were novels. You were writing texts for textbooks for universities, or you were writing illuminated manuals for different religious organizations. Have you ever seen those gilded texts in different religious organizations? So you would write those types of things. This is actually the first lifetime where you're writing a book solely for yourself, your own subject matter, not writing it for somebody else's reasons. Okay, which means a lot to you. That means this particular journey, you're choosing to make it about for everyone else, but what are you individually getting as a healing out of doing this book, separate of the readers?
I've learned so much from writing this book. I've been reading a lot of the esoteric texts, the Kabbalion, the Hermes, the Hermetic wisdom tradition, the secret doctrine. So I read the esoteric stuff as well as then go into more of the medical knowledge about how the body works, to look at the gut microbiome, or we've got 3 brains, the heart brain, the head brain, and the gut brain. So I've learned a lot about the human body and human life.
Do you think it's time that you look at some of what you've written as a book and also make them some as speeches that you can start doing on stage?
I've just started a course to learn how to become a true media. So to learn how to do presentations and slideshows and talks and stuff like that. So I am working towards that.
So I'm going to tell you, you got to speed that part up. Remember what I just said? Part of your Akashic record, this is the first time you've ever done it for yourself, solely for yourself. That means you're here as part of the Great Awakening to be a teacher. Do you ever think that?
Yeah.
So what do you want to teach?
Natural medicine.
Okay.
Natural healing, natural health.
And then what?
Beg your pardon?
And then what?
And then what? Oh, freedom.
Okay. And then what?
Freedom from the matrix of illusion, really.
Okay. And then what? What are you going to teach after that? I'm doing this for a purpose.
After that, I don't know. I haven't thought about that until right now.
Okay. Just allow your brain to expand a little bit.
For people to come together in community. And yeah.
Keep going. Try a little bit more. Go right to the edge of your unknowingness.
About love.
Okay. What do you know about love?
That it's real.
Okay.
That it's here.
What lessons and trials and tribulations about love have you learned?
That it persists beyond death.
Okay.
That it grows exponentially, and that when I've been devoted to serving love, it serves me.
What has love taught you that's painful?
That without it, there's no life.
What can love still teach you?
I can't answer that because it's miraculous really what is happening.
You just answered it. That's how good of a teacher you already are. Let me tell you, most other people would be like still stumbling over the first question of now what, and yet you've flowed right into it. You got to be on stage, darling. Your book will sell great. Look back into some of your old stuff and understand you need to make a transition from just being a writer to being a public speaker, motivational public speaker. And it's more than just about healthy living, that and that. It's more than about just love, because you can talk on thousands of subjects. You have more than well educated yourself on doing it.
Thank you. That really means a lot.
Okay. So let me talk to you about Kauai. Why Kauai?
It's magical here. The healing that I've received and has been profound, and the miracles that and the synchronicities and the serendipities are like nowhere else that I've ever lived.
Okay.
It's beautiful here. It really is. It does feel like another dimension. I live at the foot of the mountain where there's a vortex of where the Dalai Lama visited. So I'm right at the foot of this beautiful mountain. The ocean's right here. I have everything I need. I have beautiful community. And
so let me ask you this. If your book were to take off as an international success and your public speaking took off as an international success, can you handle traveling away from Kauai 6 months a year?
Yes, if my life is in service to God, so if I do whatever I need to do to fulfill.
So actually, answer
to do
the
what
question.
I've been asked to do.
Answer the question. Can you live off island for 6 months a year?
Yes. Yep.
I think there's a lot more there you need to look at. The emotional connections you have to the island were about what brought you there, what healed you, and what expanded you. Okay?
Can you just say that again, please?
What brought you to the island, what healed you, and what expanded you. On that island, you have a little bit of an extra attachment to. And part of what the spirits of the island are telling me, that at some point when fame hits you and you have to accept it, you won't be able to live on the island the same way you did before.
Right.
And
what about doing what you're doing? Like, can't I do it from home through the internet? Do you have
the technical business experiences to do it?
I'm starting a course to learn how to do that. So okay. I'm going
to tell you right now, you can't do it by yourself.
Okay.
You're gonna have to learn professional marketing. You're gonna have to learn websites. You're gonna have to learn all those other things, the social media. Okay. I have multiple employees that do all that.
I'll need to employ people to do that too.
No, you need to be educated enough to know what kind of employees to hire, so you're not getting taken. So I run into this frequently. Powerful light worker people who are afraid of jumping into the business side. Okay, you're still early in your journey. I'm going to tell you, your journey is going to take off one day, and you have to have the business foundations in place, or you'll miss your 1 hour of fame. Not 15 minutes. You'll miss your 1 hour.
And what would you recommend that would give me the business foundation that I need?
You taking a course may be self-empowering to you, but it's not really educating you in the nature of business. Okay. All around the country, in every state, there's called small business administrations, SBA. Do you have one in your area?
I haven't heard of that. We have a community college. Maybe they have something like that.
We'll just check for if there's an SBA office there.
Okay.
There might be one on another island that you can be able to do internet calls through. And what they do is have former CEOs and former high-level managers of businesses who are retired and offer tutorial services for free for people that are getting into business. Okay? You need someone that is going to act as a tutor for you so that you understand how to not get taken in this industry.
Okay.
Because you could spend $20,000 on a website and the website is useless from the day it goes active. Easy. Okay? You could also spend 300 hours of your time trying to learn to make your own website on Wix and still have an absolutely useless website. Okay? Then the next thing here is about 7 years ago, I went and took a marketing course from a person named Brendan Bouchard called the Experts Academy. Now, this is not a cheap course. It's $2,000. But part of it gave an event where you get to go with thousands of other people and learn everything that's in the course, plus some new things and new speakers. At some point, you're going to want to take something like that, where it combines the business tools, the business marketing, modern concepts. Most people who graduate from university with marketing techniques, everything they learned is already 10 years out of date. So the vast majority of marketing people that are pros right now are still working with tools that are 10 years old. Okay? You need the modern tools that make it easy. You need a modern website. And understand every 2 years you have to redo your website. And anyone else who's out there right now that has a website that you haven't touched in 2013, shame on you. Shame on you. Okay? That's like walking into a restaurant and finding cockroaches on the floor. Okay? You want your website to not only educate people, give them free material that will make them want to come and have more, but you want it to truly represent you. Okay? You don't need to worry about a website now. You need the business tutoring and classes. So as you evolve where you're at, get your book deal, so on and so forth, those foundations are in place so you don't miss what Spirit's got planned for you.
Okay, I really appreciate that practical advice. Thank you so much.
Okay, now there's more here. In this journey of healing, what are you avoiding? What are you avoiding?
Oh, feeling all the pain of the losses in my life.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because it's too much.
Mm-hmm. It's
painful.
creating energetic holes in your aura. You've got to mourn.
I've been mourning for decades now.
Then why hasn't it worked?
End?
Why hasn't it worked then?
Because I just miss them so much.
Okay.
I just want them here with me. I want someone to hold my hand.
Guess what? That sounds like you haven't done any mourning. If you're still at that stage, whatever you're doing in the past isn't really doing anything.
And then on the other hand, I can feel them next to me. I know I can hear them talking to me. They're on either side of me. So I go back and forward between those two states.
Okay. But they're not here next to you. They have passed on. You have to begin to admit that every day. And the part of you that doesn't want them to be passed on, that part of you needs to evolve. You need to evolve it out of you. It is destroying you. At a time where you can be so super successful at this.
Well, what would you suggest? I mean, I've cried rivers. I've screamed my lungs out.
It doesn't do anything, though. It doesn't stop the inner you that's addicted to their energy being there and doesn't want to let it go. It's in you.
It was my child.
Yes.
Yes, in me.
Yes. I get it. I've lost close family members too that I don't want to let go. But ultimately, I had to pass them over as Blue Road spirits and acknowledge I'll see them the next lifetime. No matter how much I wanted to connect them, and I've got the skills to connect them, let me tell you. But I knew I couldn't. I had to stop the connection. Stop feeding the mourning side of me that would never let him go.
So how'd you do it?
Exactly that way. But stop letting them in. Stop feeling their energies.
Really?
Yeah.
You just block them out?
It's not blocking, it's stopping yourself from the addiction of feeling the death and the missing and all those other things that come with it. Walk away.
So don't communicate with them anymore?
Stop. Yeah. Just stop. It's destroying you.
But I thought that they feel like my guardian angels.
No. If you were your guardian angels, you wouldn't be in this morning state.
Well, I'm only in this morning state right now. It doesn't happen very often. I'm just here talking to you. You've asked me that question, so I'm being completely honest. But
I tuned into it for a reason.
Yeah.
It's still blatantly there with traumatic or war wounds in your aura.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You can't ignore this anymore.
Okay.
Darling, you've got to let them go. It's the hardest, and at the end will be the easiest thing to you. Pass them over as a Blue Road spirit. They can't be your guides and guardians while you're still stuck in the state. Maybe a few years from now, but right now they can't. Something else has to fill that space.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
darling.
you.
Take it easy. You've got a beautiful future ahead of you. Heal those traumatic aura wounds. Move on.
Okay, thank you. I'll look into that blue robe spirit.
Okay.
And thank you for sharing your gift.
You're welcome. Take it easy. Have a great day.
Thank you, too. Aloha.
Okay. All right, Robert, let's spin up the wheel of callers and see who is next.
Hey, Adam L., you are unmuted with Andrew.
Adam L., are you there?
I'm here. Yeah, hi.
Hi, where are you calling from today?
I'm in Glossop in the United Kingdom.
You're Glastonbury, United Kingdom. Welcome to the show. What did you want to talk about today?
I would appreciate an Akashic reading.
Okay, well, tell me a little bit about yourself so I can tune into you.
This is very strange. I've not met you before, and then obviously not met you, but literally came from watching that show like a few hours ago to here now. So this is
it's the power of the wheel of callers.
What do I do? I'm not really. I mean, at the minute, I invest a lot of energy into my artwork.
Okay, what kind of artwork?
So I'm self-taught with it. And it's mixed media, so it's oil paints, acrylic paints, and then I also do illustration work as well.
Is that what you do for a job?
No, like it's been a bumpy road with jobs, but I feel like you might be able to see this. So,
well, tell me about the bumpy road with jobs. What have you done?
Right. So. Like I feel like I've got quite a tangible grasp on the like the split that maybe I experienced. So in college, sorry, I'm just like shaking a little bit. So I'm just sort of like trying to like let that reside within me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in college, so I did media and art, and my art teacher was lovely. Like it was maybe the sort of like one experience of a leader, tutor type person that was really sort of nurturing in regards to that talent that I have. And then the split came with like media was very easy. I could just knock out essays for fun. And then there was like a split when I went to university. The first interview that I had was for art. And I experienced, it was very negative. She just like told me I wouldn't fit in there at that university. So I left with tail between my legs. Second interview was for media. They'd just been given a huge grant. So it was all very materialistic, full of all the new iPads, laptops, blah, blah, blah. So that sort of like sold me on a material level. And then the third interview, it still messes me up a little bit hearing this guy That was for art again at a smaller university up north. And he said, "You're incredibly creative. Don't be bedazzled by the tech at Lincoln for media." He was like, "Come here and help me unpack it." And that split just caused, well, a lot of pain, but also a lot of growth. Caused me to go very sort of internally, like look at myself.
Okay.
So the last 10 years, I've been focusing on my art. That was like that, right? Wasn't it?
And that's what you do? Do you make money off of your art?
No, but it seems like it's too strong to ignore.
Okay, so how do you make your money?
So I've been, well, up until obviously all this quarantine business, furloughing and such, which I think we're all about to lose our jobs anyway. But I work part-time. Through, I mean, when I came out of university, I worked in television, which was just disgusting, really. And then
what did you do in television?
I just was a runner, in effect. I worked on a lot of different shows and did a lot of different jobs, just facilitating people from A to B, running papers from different offices.
Okay, so you were everybody's bitch.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, I get it. Did it pay well?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'd started drawing then, and like I remember them all asking, what were you doing like with the rest of the time? Because that was still probably part-time, and I've always had like loads of jobs. I think my parents made me work from like being 12 years old.
Okay.
Jobs have been easy. Jobs is what I say.
I get that, but has money been stable for you where you have been able to save up? Okay, that's what I wanted to get to, and this is one of the reasons your art's been such a challenge for you. Have you put together anything that can go to galleries or anything?
Yeah, I've got a lot of work at the minute. I've got a website which it's all on Instagram.
So your art's only on Instagram, or is it on a website?
It's on both Instagram and my personal website. It's my name.com.
Okay. And does that website have a buy now button for your art?
No.
Why not?
Haven't got that far yet.
Okay. Well, that's something you got to do.
Yeah. Can you see it? Like, because people
listen, I see a lot of things, but it's a matter of how I translate it to you and what's going to stick a week and a month and a year from now that you take action on. And this goes for anyone that wants to have a session, public here or private. It's ultimately what's going to stick for you.
Yeah.
So as I'm tuning into you, I'm looking for the loopholes you've created in yourself that are self-defeating loopholes.
Yeah, like, those. Yeah.
Why have you not had a website the last 10 years that sells your art?
I felt like it was like sort of like coming back to self.
Bullshit. Come on. That's bullshit.
Yeah. It's like a story I'm telling myself.
Exactly. That's total bullshit.
Because people say I'm like I've been told I'm a channel, and I'm like, what?
Are you a channel?
Well, apparently, like the artwork comes through like feelings or felt, like it's very internal. Be like words that trigger it. Feelings can trigger just images.
Okay,
that's what the artwork is.
Okay, so how many art pieces have you sold in 10 years?
None. I'm also holding on to them like they're babies as well. I think so.
I think you have territorial issues. Yes.
How would that have come about? Is that ego?
Yeah, mine, bitch.
Yeah, through lack.
Or I will use my precious. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they all your preciouses?
No, because I'm really like, I mean, if I don't feel like I'll burn them just as much as easy as I can create them.
Fuck no. You're gonna sell them, bitch. You're gonna sell them, and you're gonna find out the part of you that doesn't want to sell them, and go, "I'm selling you too."
So flog it all.
Put a metaphorical yard sale up, 50% off of everything, and just raise your prices by 50%. Do you even have prices on your art?
So my brother's wife does all this like creative marketing for huge like the Tate Gallery and all that crap. She's like, this is something like I've had a hard time with. She's talking about like prices should be like in the early thousands, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like,
yeah, because you don't value yourself.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Okay. You shouldn't be selling $25 paintings. I tell you that.
I should be.
Should not.
Okay.
You should be selling $1,000, $2,500, $3,500, and $5,500 paintings.
And to facilitate this, I just need to just
put up it on the website for sale. Was $1,700, now $1,100. Okay.
So these self-defeating holes, can you see within me what that's caused?
Absolute lack of energy, lack of motion, lack in money, lack that gives you the business creativity because you don't believe that your paintings are valuable because they're your preciouses.
Yeah, I had so I've never ever done psychedelics before. People tell me my work's psychedelic. I did a first mushroom experience recently, and was staring at my artwork.
You got a big similarity. It means you're connected to it.
Yeah,
there's a huge marketplace for psychedelic artwork.
The phrase I heard was like, it flows so freely through you. Sorry.
Have you even tried to put any of your artwork up in coffee shops or pubs for a price?
No, not yet.
Come on, that's no effort to sell your work at all.
But
that's a blaring hole that you got to stop.
Doesn't that factor in prices?
You're the only one that factors the price. No one else does. Then that's the haggle.
And
you know, you're British. You know, your like birthright and legacy is haggling. So everyone's gonna haggle with you, right?
People tell me I'm like the most un-British British person.
Okay. Well, then you gotta connect to your British roots and learn how to haggle.
Okie doke.
Okay.
So 45 myself. Stop this lack.
Yeah, stop the lack. All of a sudden, you're going to have all of this stuff to make you in motion. How many pieces do you have sitting around that are a quality A?
Do you want to turn on my camera? I'd show you.
Yeah, go ahead. People want to see it.
Let me just spin it around. So that's one of my big oil paintings. That's like right above where I've just been sitting. Obviously, it's pretty much like how it felt, sort of fatigued spirit carrying the body. It was like really detailed. So that's
you got art coming out your ass.
Yeah, pours out on me.
My precious. One art piece to have them all. Okay. Can you let go of my precious? Beautiful.
That's called doubt.
Yeah, I like it.
It's just, it's very detailed.
There are people in the chat. There are people in the chat room who want to start haggling on price with you.
I can see Instagram's fired up.
Is that enough confidence for you?
Yeah, it feels weird.
It feels weird because you haven't let it in. Accept it. Open yourself up to this energy. Allow yourself to empathize and feel people who want to buy your art.
Okay. Is there anything that's come from like previous that this is blocking?
Oh yeah. But it still comes down to you today. It's the previous blocking energy, previous lifetimes. It's not. That's not the biggest thing. It's you right now today. That's the blocking. That's not allowing the 3D business matrix side to flow.
And is that through interaction with authority figures that's caused that?
Well, that's 50% of it. The other 50% is you're rejecting those authority figures and say, I'm going to keep my precious.
So it's an ego thing embedded within me then.
Yes, because there's too much vibration of you in there to give it away. And there's an innate fear that somebody might be able to use your vibration in a way that you don't want them to use it. But that's the nature of art. It will last long after you're dead. Those art pieces are going to last. You haven't accepted them as legacy pieces to the future, and how you can alter the present and the future by making an art piece that lasts 2, 3, 4, 500 years.
Is it true that entities can come in and sort of possess?
Yes, but you also have made art paintings that can reject entities in the room.
Because recently I got diagnosed with ulcers in my intestine, and I just finished this called Burning Man, and people were like, that looks like intestines.
Yes, it does. Looks like you
If I let that go.
No, it looks like you got a candida problem.
Yeah.
The thing for you here is you've got to have a true suck it up buttercup moment. Put prices on your website. Activate those people who have marketing skills. Get out there and put your artwork in as many places and spaces as possible.
Just go.
Okay?
Just pop.
You gotta hustle. You gotta hustle.
It's like it's right here, and just stop hiding.
Yeah.
Right.
Hustle. This comes down to hustling. There's people wanting to buy it right now. Okay?
And I can see, man. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Okay. Can you accept it?
Yeah, I fully accept it. I want to know what it is that is in that splinter that's embedded in the psyche. That's
the my precious energy.
Where's that come from though? Because there was a lot of physical pain from like 16 to about 26 as well. Like, and I don't know like what was going on with that. It was almost like I'd like taunted people, and yet, I mean, yeah, there was.
You're the artist, man. If you don't know, who does?
Shit. So it is me. It's all me, isn't it?
Yes, it's your art.
So it's a mirror. This thing.
A multi-dimensional mirror of you. Yes. And there's a lot of artists out there right now who are learning a lot from this. If you're an artist in there right now and are you learning from any of this? Okay. Yeah, there you go. A lot of other people who are in the same situation as you.
Yeah. Fuck. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would say quickly before you go, like I obviously money's been a problem, you know that.
Yeah.
If you like saw anything, I'd be of service to do like a little thing just to the acknowledgement's like lifted something from me. So
you can make something, yeah, definitely. If you want to do a logo or something, or just sell a piece, man, and go and have a steak dinner with it, or whatever you want to eat. Celebrate with it. My era of lack is over. I'm investing in myself. All my preciouses are selling, so I can make new ones.
Stupid hobbitses.
Exactly, stupid hobbitses. Look at each one before you mail them off. Stupid hobbits. Okay.
I'll do something. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother. Thanks a lot for calling in. All right.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, Robert. That was awesome.
Hobbitses.
Damn hobbitses, exactly.
My precious.
My precious. Hey, let's spin up the wheel of collars and see who's next.
All right. Mark E. Edwards, you are unmuted.
Mark E. Edwards, are you there?
Yes.
Going once. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Barely. Can you talk up a little bit?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
You're still faded, but I can hear you enough. Where are you calling from?
Durango, Colorado.
Durango, Colorado. What do you want to talk about today?
A lot of, I don't know. So I have trauma from birth.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Plus, I have. Okay, my mother. She's been addicted to methamphetamine since she was 16.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I was born right before her 18th birthday.
Okay. So what has this done to you?
Disappointment.
So what else is going on with your life?
I mean, my personal life right now is fine. It's just I kind of suppressed it and then haven't dealt with it.
Mm-hmm. Has the drug addiction done anything medical stuff to you? Growing up in that way?
Well, I was addicted to marijuana for 16 years, and I've experimented with drugs. You mentioned hero doses. I've done that twice.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
No, I've been clean and sober since February 11th of 2018.
Good for you. So what is it that you want to do with these issues? Are you ready to truly advance and heal them? Or is this something you just want to do a little bit here and a little bit there?
Honestly, I'm currently in college. I'm almost done. I got 120 credits out of 160 for bachelor's in psychology. Mm-hmm. I want to go to University of Metaphysics out of Arizona. I want to go to Edgar Casey's college. I want to kind of like do what you're doing. I have a YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. I want to implement architectural ideas into like city or village or whatever, patent them.
Okay,
there's a lot I want to do.
Okay. So what does the want to do have to do with the healing of your mother? Is it getting in the way?
No, I'm one of those. I know my astrological charts and my Vedic chart tells me that I have a tendency to get in my own way.
Because of the childhood traumas you have that are undealt.
Yeah, big time. And plus, I'm associated through family and whatnot into like Freemasons and occults and whatnot. But I never actually embraced it. So.
Okay. So what type of metaphysical studies do you want to do?
Well, I've been on Laura Eisenhower. She interviewed me for one of her podcasts. Mm-hmm. I got interviewed on League Project Rex Bear's show for an experience I had with a gentleman that I, at the time, made the assumption that it was Inky, but I don't know anymore.
Okay.
But pretty much, I feel like my goal is to be spiritually and political in some way. I don't know exactly how that looks or what that is.
Well, first thing first, you can't mix spiritual and political without going down the rabbit hole of self-destruction.
Yeah.
So you can't have diametrically opposing concepts. You're either going to be spiritual or you're going to be political, not both. At the state that you're at right now. Okay? My first piece of advice for you is you do have to face your growing up energy. You do have to face the energy of what your mother did or didn't do in you. Because it's all about self-healing, self-nurturing, and self-love for you. No matter what physical skills and talents you have, they could be far more expansive and rewarding by going through the healing journey about what your mother has done or not done. Okay? Have you ever had past life regression done?
No, my wife's going to buy me a Sonia Novik's session for my birthday on Monday.
Okay. So first thing first, this is for anybody out there. If you're going to do past life regression, 1 is never enough. You need to do 3 as close together as possible, usually 1 week apart. So 3 and 3 weeks or 3 and 4 weeks. Your first one is barely going to uncover what needs to be uncovered. Your second one's going to get the heart of what is, and your third one's going to go what you're avoiding your whole lifetime. Okay, but you also have to work with the person that you're going to have the session with. You've got to write down actually leading questions. What was it about my youth that I didn't get? What does this relate to past lives? Can this person help clear out these past lives and the present life energy? All of those blockages that are there that are stopping your super genius from coming out over and over and over again. You know you have access to the super genius, but you know you got blocks to it too. You wouldn't have made it to where you are without the super genius, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you want that access to the super genius unfettered by the traumas of the past. That means you got to be willing to do some inner work along with the professional, somebody that's a high level qualified hypnotherapist with past life regression skill sets. Now, you have a background in psychology. You should be able to ask yourself very leading and pointing questions. You write these down and you give them to the person that's doing the hypnotic regression on you, so that in a hypnotic state, those questions are supposed to trigger parts of you to come out so they can be seen, felt, heard, and understand and healed.
Yeah, it reminds me of what I was initially going to ask was, why did my soul choose to be born in the life I chose?
2 reasons. First thing is you had not been born to that mother in a very long time. And the last time you were born to that mother, it was an incomplete life and you died very early. And she had to give you up for adoption and then you died. And in this life, you were supposed to stay together, and she was not supposed to be addicted to drugs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But
yeah, she's still shooting up. Yeah,
still doing that. But this represents the last time you're dealing with that soul. It was that soul's last chance to have you as a super high frequency being in her life.
Yeah, Laura Eisenhower asked me if I separate myself from my family because of being born into the occult kind of family, and I did. Mm-hmm. Well, about 3 years ago, we just dipped out of there, even though I was making like $16.50 an hour and stuff. I just left. We're homeless, but we made it back out.
Okay. Now, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to finish school.
Okay.
And then I guess that's the hard part, is I don't understand how I'm going to financially make it next year.
Because you don't have something that is allowing you to put your skills to work and start making money with it. You're not going to open a psychology practice, are you?
No.
So then why are you in psychology?
For a basis.
To heal yourself. You chose psychology because you wanted to be able to heal yourself.
No, I was in psychology for 7 years when I was young.
Yeah, I know. I get all that. If you're not going to open a practice, what are you going to do?
Well, I wanted to go to the University of Metaphysics, get that doctorate, but...
What is that going to allow you to do?
I wanted to be able to provide my services to others and make a living that way.
What services are you going to be able to have with that level of education?
Yeah, it's the spiritual, experiences and reflecting back on like galactic heritage.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't make dollars. That doesn't give long-lasting clients. You already are a public speaker, man. Write a book. Do you really need that metaphysical degree? No. You probably know more about metaphysics that you've forgotten in the last few years than anything. If you don't want to write a book, start public speaking. Take your podcast to the next level. And understand, the more inner work you do on yourself, the more that you are able to get these blockages out, the more you'll realize you could already make money right now. You can go and get yourself a hypnotherapist degree in 4 or 5 weeks. You can go take Dolores Cannon's quantum healing hypnotherapy class. I think that's only 3 weeks. Okay? And you can start doing sessions right away. You got a psychology background already. You just use a psychology background in a completely different way. You can go and get cranial sacral level 1, 2, and 3, myofascial level 1, 2, 3. With a psychological background, you can do tremendous trauma releases, pulling entities out of people.
You said cranial?
Cranial sacral therapy, myofascial release. Okay. And right away, take Reiki 1, 2, 3, Karuna Reiki 1, 2, 3. Start learning psychic surgery. You already have it built into your DNA.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because I've always had a fascination with removing, demons and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons you had a mother that was haunted. So you knew at an early age what they are.
Yeah, I was praying for everybody's forgiveness when I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
The entire world. Yeah.
Well, now you're an adult with all those experiences, and those are valuable life experiences if you're trying to literally de-haunt a person.
Yeah, my sister, she's going down the same path now. So,
Okay. There are a lot of other healing schools out there that you can go that are weekend classes to certify. And let me tell you something. Don't spend the time on the metaphysical doctorate degree just yet. Get some of those other skills, start making some money, and once you have enough stability and money, go and get that doctorate degree. I'm going to shoot something out. I'm going to shoot something else out here for you. And this is me looking at the loopholes of energy in you. You should really be in school for a doctorate in doctoring. You can go and get a chiropractor degree and be one hell of a motherfucking incredible chiropractor, not one of those people that just forces clients to come back week after week after week.
yeah,
You can be a tremendous hands-on healer if you get out of your own way. And all the while, keep your podcast going. Keep doing interviews. Keep promoting yourself. It will only bring more clients to you.
Yeah, I haven't had much success with that. I only got 107 subscribers on my YouTube.
It's better than zero. It's better than zero. Okay. Yeah. It's better than zero. You're 170 there. Okay.
Yeah, I got kids. I have a real estate thing. Should I just put that off to the side?
What do you have, a real estate license?
No, it's one of those learn how to do it seminar.
Walk away from that shit. Yeah. Unless you have a real estate license already, walk away from it. Okay. You can listen right now. You can go and take a 5-month massage therapy class and be certified in massage therapy, and then go take cranial sacral level 1, 2, 3, which are all weekend classes. And by the end of the year, be master cranial sacral, master myofascial with the 5-month massage course, easily making $120 an hour. Easy. Okay, or you could just jump right into myofascial, go to the myofascial release skill, and go myofascial level 7 advanced. Okay, there'll be an emotional trauma removal machine.
What was it? What?
Myofascial release, MFR, myofascial release.
Like MIO, Myo?
MYOFASCIAL.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Okay. Get out of your own way, man.
Yeah, I've been confused.
I know. And I'm trying to help you get unconfused here. Okay?
All right.
You got kids you could practice on. You got a wife you can practice on. They're going to love getting all that work done on them.
Yeah.
Okay? It's going to make you closer to them. Okay?
Gotcha.
Okay? You again, if you focus on it, by the end of the year, you could have 6 different certifications under your belt. All right, man. Take it easy. Thanks a lot for calling in. That's our belt.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Robert, let's spin up the wheel of callers and see who is next.
Grant Eagles.
Grant, are you there?
G'day, mate. How are you?
Great. Long time since I've talked to you. How you doing today?
It's been a while, mate. Wow.
Yeah, probably about 2 years. What's going on with you, brother?
Oh, heaps, mate. Probably just at the moment, man, just want to get a little bit of perspective upon where I'm at. It seems, it's been a monster journey for me, as you know, over the past 8 years. And it just seems as if I'm solidifying myself here in this now.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a situation happen a couple of years ago, which you're a little bit of aware of, where it turned pretty nasty and a lot of lies, deceit, and even scapegoating was involved. So I've done what I've needed to do there with getting rid of all of that. But just seems at the moment with, what I'll probably place it as is kind of a bit of a compression breakthrough and getting myself here, not across all different time streams and stuff, just a little bit confusing because each step is there. It's not, just trying to find that space to navigate, mate.
Uh-huh. So what are you doing for a job now?
I've relaxed on doing a bit more business consulting and looking to go forward. I've just started to do a few chats on Facebook and YouTube and stuff. So, really galvanize what I've crystallized in my own experience and then be able to use stories and to assist people with that. I am still in the kind of acquisition space as well, but just everything at the moment seems to go, probably what I'm asking, man, is just there's something that's hitting me in the head that I can't see and it's driving me fucking crazy.
Okay. Where in Australia are you now?
I'm back in Melbourne, mate.
Good, you're out
down where the lockdown is, where the chaos energy is, which is
you're out of the cursed town.
Well, I'm there. I've been doing a lot of work, grid-wise and all the rest of that for a long time. I'm seeing great potential down here, but we're going to have to go through.
You're still clouded. You're still in some hesitation and doubt.
Just a little bit, mate. Yeah. It's just the steps there.
What happened to the hustler in you?
I think I was defeated. I was kind of defeated with everything that went down a couple of years ago, mate. That really, really ripped me apart. I had within the space of 3 months.
I get it.
I almost lost my life 3 times.
Uh-huh.
It was hectic, mate. Yeah.
And you're at a point where you got to resurrect your hustler.
Okay. Yep.
You should be making with what you do. Just for people to understand, you're a motivational speaker, coach, business, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, it's probably a part of it. Yeah.
But you've lost your hustler.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't have that side to the motivational speaker, business coach, et cetera, you ain't gonna get any clients.
Yeah.
You need to resurrect your hustler. You need to go back into the wasteland that he is and pull him out of the spirit world and bring him back in.
All right.
He's not dead. He's just lost in a stupid dream world.
Yeah.
In which some bitch broke your heart.
Yeah. Lightly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Okay. You gonna let your heart be broken and stomped on anymore and ruin your life?
No, not at all. And that's what I mean, dude. It's
then
kind
what will it take? What will it take for you to summon your inner hustler?
Probably a bit of anger, mate. Really.
Yeah, like the song "Move, Bitch, Get Out My Way."
Yeah.
Move. Come on. Reach into the spirit world. I know you know how to do it. grab your hustler's shoulders and bring him back in.
Yeah.
Integrate them. Do the inner work on reintegrating them.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people in this lockdown that are going to need business advice when the lockdown ends and during the lockdown. Okay?
Yeah.
Make a lockdown product. How to deal with the lockdown.
Yeah.
Okay? The next thing is your heart's still broken. It's
Yeah,
in
it is, mate. Yeah.
It's in pieces strewn all over your room. Start picking the pieces up. Don't leave the broken pieces everywhere. Like that piece to the right of you, the piece to the left of you, the piece behind you. Grab them all. Start putting the heart puzzle back together.
Yeah. That's probably where I've been struggling, mate. Because I've been working so hard on that. And it's just at the point where I'm exhausted.
Yes, exhausted because all your fragments are everywhere, not fueling you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me push this. When's the last time you've been intimate? Actually had intercourse and sex?
A week ago.
Okay, was it good?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. What's missing there, though?
I've definitely got the line there of not letting anybody in. Yeah, so there's some things there definitely that I'm working on and communicating that as well too. So yeah.
So there's a significant amount of the intimate energy that's blocked out because your heart's still broken from the previous scenario. So no matter what, you're not going to get the full benefit of that sexual and emotional intimacy.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
What's that, mate?
What's wrong with that scenario?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot.
You know all this.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I just needed some perspective, mate, and a good old.
I'm here to
punch in the nose,
exactly, exactly.
Just a punch in the nose, mate.
It's the suck it up, buttercup moment for you.
Yeah, just on another thing as well, mate. Look, obviously that's the physical stuff, but
shoot,
we've doing a lot of the the time soldier stuff and all the rest of the woo-woo side of things, and that kind of culminating now with everything with the compression breakthrough that I've got going on. Like I spent a long time going, leapfrogging through time and grabbing all of my shards and all the rest of that. Does that have in some correlation with the experience that I pulled in and having my heart fragmented to be able to put myself back together during this compression time over the next year or so?
The answer is yes, but you already knew that. You knew that before you asked the question. So why?
Yeah, I know, mate. That's what I mean. Just with my steps at the moment, there's just that. Yeah, it's an interesting one. So you know me well enough to know what I'm like. Where there's just that kind of unsurety of like, fuck, I've dedicated myself almost a decade to now really stepping forth as an earth walker rather than dream time. And, and it's a difficult transition.
No, it's not. You're just making it difficult.
Okay. You got a punch in the nose for me there, mate.
Exactly. There's a right hook. You want a liver shot next?
Get in there, bro. Get in there. All right.
You know so much, but you are forgetting what you know and doubting what you know.
Yeah.
How do you stop doubting yourself?
Just straighten up a little bit, mate, and be a little bit prouder.
Yeah. Pride's not always a bad thing.
No, and that there's what really ripped me apart a few years ago, mate. It was
I get it. But it was there for a reason. Okay? That which does not kills you makes you stronger.
Fuck, I had a good crack at it. Fuck.
They tried hard, but you ain't dead. You're calling now. You're alive.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So what is it going to take for you to be over this woman?
Well, that's the thing of my own confusion. I feel as if I am. It's probably just and it's not just her. It's a whole group of with what happened with the the emotional blackmail, usury, all the rest of that stuff. So, I feel as if I really got through that. I think just now at the moment is the more in fear of repetition rather than, straightening up and going forward. So, yeah, probably just get a little bit more back to how I used to be, mate. So, yeah.
Uh-huh. So who believes he's not over the woman in the chat room?
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, there's quite a few there. So I'll have to...
They hear it in your voice.
Yeah, I just felt all those punches. Thanks, guys. Love it. That's what I call for today. A bit of tough love. That's what straightens a man up.
Yeah. So what is it going to take for you to let her go the next level? No matter what all the emotional manipulation and all the other people did, that's still at that beck and call. What is it going to take for you to get over her?
Oh, well, looks like I'll be lighting a fire shortly, isn't it?
Ah, good one.
Yeah. Yeah, cool, man. So
yeah. Let's keep going. Let's keep going here. Not only you rolling with the punches, you're learning a lot here, aren't you?
What's that? Sorry?
You're rolling with the punches here. You're taking all this energy and because it's all stuff you know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Now let me ask you, what about this situation do you not know?
That's probably the thing that's the mystery step that's in front of me, and not getting too far ahead of coming from a place of ego or those types of things, with what happened definitely humbled me to the depths of hell, having a walk with Dante and just finding that middle road, I suppose.
I want you to turn your super psychic skills on and go right under the edge of the unknown and ask the unknown, what don't I know about this situation that I need to know?
One moment. Humor.
Okay. What else?
It's like the carrying the threads. I don't need to do it. And I'm still somehow doing that to bring things to a sense for the logical mind where it's already done, but it's not allowing me to anchor myself here to be able to light the torch for all of those parts, pieces, and experience to be alchemized here now so that they can clean my lenses and see more clearly forward rather than having my shoelaces tied, which I have tied myself, which is the most humorous part about all of this big cosmic joke.
Mm-hmm. And what is the cosmic joke?
That I actually asked for all of that and everything that I've done.
Okay.
As we all know.
Okay. Joke's over now.
Yeah.
Now what? The infamous question I ask everyone. Now what?
Oh, straighten up. Make sure my tie's straight.
Okay. Put the metaphorical business suit back on and hustle.
Yeah, I'll definitely, that's yeah. The other one as well, mate, is writing kids' books at the moment. It's been really prevalent over the past couple of weeks.
Okay. What kind of kids' book? What kind of kids' books? What are the themes?
Some of the Dreamtime stories, but weaving them into a kids' book there, but also a version for the adults so that they can read and start that communication with the kids, but also unlocking some of the Dreamtime threads to both the Aurora Borealis and the Aurora Australis, particularly here in Australia. So, Yeah, it's just an interesting. That's what I mean. Like, there's just so many different steps to take now that I'm kind of more here than anywhere else. So yeah.
So I would ask one more pointed question.
Go for it, mate.
Okay. Are you ready to be successful?
Yeah, I am. I really am.
Okay. What's stopping you?
Not being in my hustler mode and go get them. Go get them, Tigers.
Okay. What else? The super genius who uses the hustle to their advantage.
Yeah, look, that's
your separation.
That hurt that one, mate. Yeah. That's what made me really successful.
Fuck yeah, that's what made you. The super genius and the hustler had a deal.
Yeah.
Okay, get that deal back.
Yeah.
That's what you bring to the fire.
Yeah. Yeah. That needs to be written down because straight away I forgot it. So made a touchy point there, mate.
Yeah, I know. Super genius and hustler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what made you successful from the beginning.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. When I first met you, I'm like, holy shit, look at this.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think, yeah, look, thanks for that, mate. I was just going to say as well, is if there's anything that can be pulled out of me with what I've experienced for the group, you know, I welcome that conversation as well. So
you're helping a lot of people right now who just have to learn they have a hustler and a haggler in them.
Yeah, it's a fine line, isn't it? Walking
right.
Right. It's a fine line. So
okay. Your hustler is not a bad thing. It's how you're going to make your business successful.
Yeah.
Your hustler is not a guy in the street selling freaking stolen watches.
We've done that before, though.
Okay. So all you light workers out there that want to start your business, hustle, bitches, hustle.
Yeah.
If you're not going to hustle, who's going to come have a session with you? No one.
Yeah.
This universe doesn't just line the people up and give you cash. Don't work that way.
Well, well, you know this as well, mate. Like the cash thing has never been the issue. It's probably just getting the capital to be able to do what I know that I'm capable of doing.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can make cash, but you need the capital for the grand ideas of the super genius.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, mate.
You set?
I'm set. Okay. Galactic Historian wins round 2. Look, it's good to see your face again, dude. And yeah, I'll catch up in the next period of time for a more of a private chat. So,
all right, man.
Take a lot of love to everybody in the group as well. Keep it real out there.
Keep it real. Get out there and hustle, brother. You're gonna do.
Thanks,
awesome.
Mate. Ciao.
Thanks a lot. All right, Roadbird, I think we're going to call it an end tonight to tonight's show. We had an incredible group of people here. We will be back this coming Tuesday, in which I will have my co-host Martina Grubmuller on, where we will be exploring into the depths of consciousness exploration. Thanks a lot, everyone. We'll be back this coming Tuesday.
Each different bubble of reality is true. A galactic historian is a person that looks at all the lines of dramatic karma. Nudge, nudge. It's the Holy Grail. Improvise. Mysterious. It's counter psychic intelligence. Why is DNA farming of this star cluster so important? Because we do manifest our reality. We do create our reality.